What it do, y'all? It's your boy ProTech, and we back with another video. I got a special guest, one y'all very familiar with. Before I get to it, man, I'll go to that man upstairs, man. About him when I be talking to him right now, man. Hope he's opening doors for all you guys and Jesus and pray, man. One more thing before we get to the video, I do want to pay respects for all the people, all the NFL former players or media members that have recently passed away, like Terry Gusa and Jalen Ferguson and everyone has passed away, so just quick moment of silence for them real quick, and we're going to get right into it. Let's get to the video. Hey, man, I got a special guest. You may reintroduce yourself. My name is Tim. T-I-M-M.
What's up, guys? How's it going? I was just sharing my sharing the stream on my Discord real quick. I should have done that earlier, but I forgot to do it. Hanging
What up, Maddie?
ProTech, come through. All right, sorry, I should have done that before we started. And I was like, oh crap, I should probably share this so that other people know from the Discord that we're in here. But anyway, thank you, ProTech, for having me. I know that we're going to talk some general NFL today, which should be fun, and hanging out with you guys, the chatters, and answering your questions. So, but thank you for having me, and yeah, it should be a good time.
Definitely. Hey, so that's how we're going to do it tonight. If you guys want a question, if you want to specifically ask Tim a question, you can just hit the hashtag Tim and then ask your question. If you want to ask me a specific question, you can go ahead and hit hashtag Tone or ProTech. Whatever the heck you want to call me, is 100 aliases on the streets for me. Or Tony.
I agree. You are a lot. I have to take you in small doses because you're a lot. No, just kidding.
I would say that's a compliment, sir. But yeah. So that was funny. So whatever, however you want to hashtag it in the comments, you can go ahead and do that. And if you feel so generous, you can hit the super chat button. I very appreciate that as well.
Pay the man.
And we're gonna take priors of those. Those are gonna take super priority. So yeah. We're gonna do it tonight. It's gonna be dope vibes over here. Got Tim with me. It's gonna be dope, and we're gonna see how Tim been, and we're gonna get right into the stream. So, first question is, how have you been, sir?
Not bad. It's just been a busy couple months. A lot of weddings, a lot of stuff going on. Traveling a lot. Probably put like 5,000 miles on my car over the last month or something like that. So it's been a busy time, but it's been a good time. So a lot of good stuff going on, and yeah, I'm finally done my last wedding, so I'm ready to chill for a little bit, and then I'm ready for the season to start, so that we can actually start uploading some things that I would care about talking about, and like what we were talking about beforehand of, the 12th Jahan Dotson video in workouts. You can only talk about that so much, or you could talk about non-football things, like Dan Snyder or Ron Rivera getting fined or things like that. You could always, those are not fun to talk about either. So I'm ready for real football even if it's preseason, at least it's real football.
I agree. I'm ready for real football. I'm ready for actually people getting hit and actually catching contact and not, hey, he's this guy's cooking this guy and OTAs. He's cooking this guy in minicamp. Okay, cool. Hey, De'Ami Brown got popped by Jeremy Reeves. Whoop de freaking do. Gives him. But yeah, I'm ready for some real football, ready for training camp. We'll be at training camp, by the way, once again. So you guys, you see me, you see my pops and my big bro, say what's up. It's gonna be dope vibes. It's lit. It's big lit. But cool. First question, Redskins man, 10 comments. How about Johnny Davis, the gentleman that was drafted last year by the Wizards? We'll answer that in 1 second. We'll say NFL questions first, or football questions. And you got the USFL playoffs tomorrow. Well, that's a good question because I've not watched a lot of USFL.
I haven't watched any of it. I've been on the road and I haven't done any research in the USFL.
It'll be hard to answer that for you, but we want to definitely.
And you got USFL playoffs tomorrow. I have no clue who's going on in that. I know that some people in the Discord have been talking about it, but I honestly have not watched any of it. I don't know anybody.
I've only watched one game, so it's gonna be kind of hard to go ahead and answer that tomorrow for you. But I'll do my best. I'm gonna look up the playoff bracket now, and I'll just try to pick. So the Generals versus Philadelphia Stars. Just out of bias, being from Pennsylvania, I'm going to pick the Stars. And the Birmingham versus the New Orleans
standings.
Lakers.
Let me look at the standings real quick. All right, let me look at the standings. We'll base it off of that. Okay, so the Generals versus who? The Stars?
Versus the Stars, yeah.
And then is it Stallions versus Breakers?
Yeah.
Well, the Generals and Stallions are both 9-1.
Ooh.
And I'll just go ride with that then. And wow, the Generals on our 9-win streak. So they lost the first game of the year.
And won 9 straight.
And then have won 9 straight. So they're hotter in blazes. Stars lost their last game.
Okay.
Breakers lost their last game as well. They're both only 6-4 on the year. You know what, though? No, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to ride with those two. I think I'm going to ride with Stallions versus Generals. I'm going to see their schedule next and see if they played each other. Did they play each other? What did I say? Breakers versus Stallions?
Stallions, yes. That's real football, XD.
It is real football, technically speaking. That is true.
It is real football.
It is technically real football.
I'm like the only one in here, XD.
Is it real football though? At the same time,
it's well enough. They're getting tackled, so it's just as real as college football would be, in my opinion.
Right. So I wanted the Stallions versus who?
You said Generals.
Stallions versus Generals.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the first game of the year.
Oh,
April 16th, that the Stallions beat the Generals. So the Generals in this case would want to be getting revenge. And it was a 28-24 game.
Ooh, close game.
Box score. Perez went 13 for 18, 143 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Generals. The Stallions, they have 2 quarterbacks. Is this like a 2 quarterback lead? This is where there's somebody get hurt? Because Smith went 11 for 21 and Mago went 5 for 10. And the Generals also had a second quarterback that went 3 for 8.
It is 2 quarterbacks then, I guess. What?
And then Johnson carried the ball. Johnson was the one that threw it for 3 for 8 and also ran the ball 12 times for 98 yards. Interesting.
That's weird.
I think the Generals get their comeback, and I think they win over the Stallions for the championship. Put all your money on the Generals, your whole life savings. Trust me, bet the Generals, because I know what I'm talking about after about 3 minutes of research.
If you're right, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh so hard. I'm gonna call you like.
Yeah, and I think the Stallions are gonna. I mean, the Generals are gonna beat the Stallions 31-18. That's my final score.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
I'll take Tim's word. He did his 3 minutes of research. I'll take Tim's word on that. Will Dan Snyder survive the offseason? We're not worried about Dan, bro.
Will Dan Snyder survive the offseason? Yes, because this is gonna get kicked down the road. Kick down the road. Like, even though might get subpoenaed, like, even if they do, they're going to try to push it back past the election as much as possible so that they hope that the Republicans win, and they will believe that Republicans will then just get rid of this committee altogether, potentially. So that's what their hope is. But I think, yes, he survives the offseason. And honestly, at this point, I feel like he survives this whole thing. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope people continue to keep putting pressure there. But I don't see a way that he gets kicked out of the league. I give it like a 0% chance before this season. And then the likelihood of him getting kicked out of the league in general is like 3% for me. I feel like he's going to stay. And as much as I dislike that, I just think that that's the deal. So, and then Johnny Davis. Have you looked into Johnny? Well, you're not a Wizards fan. Who did the Sixers draft?
Actually, I didn't catch that. Actually,
because that's your team, right? The Sixers.
Yeah, I'm a Sixers fan. Yeah. So I'm going to check who they drafted.
Roddy from Colorado State. Interesting. David Roddy, a 6'5", 252-pound power forward. I mean, I guess they're gonna hope that he turns into like a Draymond Green, because that guy's not the tallest guy ever. And he's 252-pound power forward. Seems like an odd one to draft. Johnny Davis, I wonder if they're trying to use him as a replacement for Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal is probably going to be out of here. Obviously, Bradley Beal being our shooting guard. Johnny Davis is a shooting guard, 6'5", 194 from Wisconsin. He did average 19.7 points per game and 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
That's solid. Only 2.1 per on assists. But no, I mean, I don't have a lot of hope for the Wizards because I just, it's kind of hard to say this now though because of who was in the finals with the Celtics and the Warriors. But
Yeah.
I still feel like it's such a weird league of these superstars getting together and basically if you're a small market team, your chances are extremely limited to even have a chance. And I also think the NBA needs to, and they will never do this, but I think another thing that would make me much more interested in the NBA is getting rid of NBA series in the playoffs and move to one and dones, or even maybe a double elimination tournament.
Yeah, I think best of 7 is too long. I think series are fine, but I think a best of 5 I think would be better. Like best of 7 is forever, right? A good 7-game series is great. I don't mind them when it's
the problem is not necessarily the length though. It's so people think they like the best team to win. That's what they think they like. But in reality, what people like are upsets. When somebody gets upset and that's when really things get crazy, or at least have a chance at the upset, right? Like when the KD was on the Warriors, there was the chance of an upset was basically zilch.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, well, this is not nearly as interesting. And diehard basketball fans will like it, but it's not nearly as interesting. But if they have a chance of actually losing, which is why Game 7 is so exciting, right? Like Game 7, whenever it goes to Game 7, that gets blown up because it's now do or die. But when you have 7-game series, the upsets are much more unlikely. And that's why the NBA is basically just all about, you like players now. You don't even like teams. You talk to a real NBA fan, they hardly have a team. They're more likely to follow a player than they are to a team.
I'll follow LeBron or
I'm a Laker fan. Why? Because LeBron came there, and before that, I liked Kobe. And then if LeBron leaves, then wait, I'm a Cavalier fan. I'm this. I'm that. Okay, so you're just following LeBron
or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I'm following KD, or I'm following
exactly.
Bradley Beal if he goes anywhere else. Low key, I think Brad will stay because one I think the only team that can probably fork him away from the Wizards is either be the Heat or the Nets. If the Nets lose Kyrie and they need another scorer and they're really thirsty for another scorer, then I do think that they will try to make a sign trade with Bradley Beal. The Heat, they need another scorer badly. Jimmy Butler cannot do it by himself. And Bam is not a scorer.
But they have Oladipo as well, right?
Oladipo's cool, but he ain't another 20-a-game guy who can do it consistently. I don't see Oladipo as that guy anymore.
You know where I think would be interesting for him to go? Milwaukee. Add him with Giannis and Middleton.
So he's gonna play the 1, I guess?
No, isn't Middleton a 3?
I think Middleton's a shooting guard, I believe.
Is Middleton a 2? He's just a tall 2. He might be. I thought for
he's
some
a real
reason
tall 2 though. He could probably play the 3 though. He might be a small forward. You might be right, but I think he's a shooting guard.
Chris Middleton. His first name was just out of my head. I'm like, what the hell is his name? He's a 6'7". What does he play? He is listed as a small forward and shooting guard. So he's actually both.
He's both. Okay. So we're both correct.
Yeah. Okay. And then I would just keep whoever their point guard is. Beal, move Chris to the 3rd. Is Drew Holiday still there? There you go. Yeah. So Drew Holiday, Bradley Beal, Chris Middleton, Giannis inside. I think that would be interesting. Because the Nets would already have a shooting guard in KD.
Yeah.
I guess KD is listed as small forward as well, but I don't know.
That's just scary. Like them 3 with Drew Holiday is your 4th best option.
I like it.
Hell no. Oh hell no. That's insane. He can stay with the Wizards for all that. I don't need to see that. No, I don't. Milwaukee would take over the league. No, I think not. No.
They're already legit. Miami
they're legit now, but bro, them adding Brad Beal to that. Oh hell no. They won't have a bench though, but they'll have an incredible big four. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And 3 guys that easily can average over 20. With Beal, Middleton, and I don't know if Middleton easily averages over 20.
No, but
it's barely over 20.
Probably like 22, 23 a night.
He actually averages just over 20. Like the most he's ever averaged in a season is 20.9.
Okay, so around 21. Okay.
Yeah, and so if they get Beal, that probably lower to like 17, 18, because Beal's obviously going to get more points per game, or it takes some of the points per game rather. So then Beal would still probably get like 23, 24, and Giannis will get his 27 or whatever it is.
And then Drew Holiday get like 14, 15 a night.
He's going to be mainly an assist guy, but yeah, maybe 13, 14,
14 a night, something like
that.
What's up, Pro Set? What's up, Dubs?
Dubs Gibson.
Dubs. The new Stubs. I think Milwaukee's interesting. Honestly speaking, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of wild to say out my mouth. I'm not gonna hold you. What would you think if they did a sign and trade with the Sixers that include Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and a bunch of draft picks? And it probably never be like Tobias Harris.
How old is Tobias Harris now these days? But
31.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I thought he was older than that for some reason.
31.
I mean, okay, sure. Why not? Send him over there, and you guys can have Beal, Harden, and Embiid. That would be nice.
Right now, I would love Tyrese Maxey for y'all if we had to trade him away. I don't want to get rid of Tyrese Maxey. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be so sad. Like, no. But he will ball out for the Wizards. Like, he's going to green light. He has like 25 a night. He's going to go crazy.
I would like that. I would like that for Beal. If that's on the table, then I would take it. Again, I don't know if that moves the needle really for the Wizards, but
yeah, he'll be a 20-point per game guy. You got another guy who can average 15 to 18 and Tobias. And the team ain't that bad around them two. So, low-key, the Wizards could be the 8th, 9th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs with the pieces they have with Porzingis and things of that nature. So,
Porzingis, if he just freaking stays healthy, he could be a
stud. Yeah,
if
he actually stays healthy, yeah.
He can't stay healthy.
Trying to super match with the Ooh. Alexander thinks y'all see staying with the Wizards on the Supermax.
I thought he declined it.
No, he declined the option to not be a free agent this year. Well, that was reported, but Bill got on Twitter and said, "What are y'all talking about?" I was like, "What?" So that was false report apparently. So I don't know what's going on with Bradley Beal, but I do think that.
So right now, in the last hour, Yahoo Sports put out Bradley Beal undecided about his future.
Yeah.
So we don't know what he's doing.
I doubt he's picking up the option.
I like Bradley Beal,
Supermax.
But Bradley Beal at best could be a 2 on your team. If he's your best player, then you're not going to win.
Yeah, you're not. I definitely agree with that.
It's kind of like Devin Booker. Like Devin Booker needed
this troll
Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
To get to the Devin Booker's an incredible scorer, just like Bradley Beal. Like their offense prowess is awesome, but they need something around him.
That's another interesting team if you think about it.
To go there? Nah, I don't like.
I mean, a package of Ayton, Mikal Bridges, some other young pieces, draft picks.
They're not trading Ayton.
Ayton's going to be a free agent. I think they're going to do a sign trade with Ayton. I think Ayton's good to go.
What, do they just not have enough money?
No, not even that. He just don't want to be in Phoenix.
Why?
He don't want to be. I don't know.
I guess it sucks, but who knows? What up, Jairus?
He's underutilized. I think that was the problem with him. He's like, "Oh, I want more points a game. I want more touches." I'm like, it's Chris Paul and Devin Booker and finish you. Like, come on, bro. I need you to.
Well, Devin Booker would be the number 1 scorer.
Yeah, Devin Booker and Chris Paul and him. So these dudes don't know anything about the Wizards. Bill is staying. Hey, we said the same thing about Terry McLaurin with the Commanders, and you kept saying he's gone. So I think he's going to sign a Supermax low key. But if the Sixers could trade for him in a sign and trade, I will be very, very satisfied.
I'm cool with trading Beal, even though I have Beal's jersey right here. So I like Beal. And I remember going to that game, I had a decision to make between Beal and Wall, and clearly I chose correctly. I chose Beal, and he's been here longer, and he's produced tremendously. And if we keep Beal, I'm not mad about it. But, at this point, I feel like offloading, trying to reload, and
I'm telling you, if y'all got Tyrese Maxey, he's going to ball out for the Wizards. He's having like a breakout season. He's going to go crazy. I really believe that. I love Tyrese Maxey. I want him to be my starter. I don't want James Harden actually, but that's just me. I'm the outlier of Sixers fans. Eric curses me out, says I'm an idiot. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're an idiot. Why would you want to get rid of James Harden? Why would you never want to trade for him? Ben Simmons gives you nothing. Like, I don't care. I want him out of my face. And this kid with the dread, this nigga get on my nerves. Boy, get out of here. You got any questions, Jared? Instead of trolling, sir? Any questions? Any questions? Speaking of Terry McLaurin, let's just talk about that super briefly. I don't really want to talk about this anymore. But
yeah,
do you think that Terry's going to resign? He's going to get his contract extension done, and when do you think it will get done?
I do. I think it's basically a month away. I'll predict July 24th. I think it's exactly a month from today. He will sign before training camp. Because when is training camp? 27th, I think? July 27th? Yeah. So I think he'll sign just before training camp, just like Jonathan Allen did. I think that we will come up to close to what he wants. I think right now he's waiting out Debo to see what kind of deal he gets. And, obviously it's smart for him to wait, because what is the benefit for him to rush, right? Like, there's no reason for him. It's not affecting him. Like, Ron Rivera and company don't really care about him missing minicamp and stuff like that. They'll say it to the media and all this stuff, but he literally said, talking about why we didn't sign a linebacker, was because he wasn't worried about a veteran linebacker coming to minicamp. Oh, well, then you're so pressed about Terry coming? No, you don't care. You know he's going to come prepared. You know he's going to come in shape. You know he's going to come ready. So the real deal, though, is training camp and getting ready for preseason, getting ready for the season. Like, you want him at that point. So we're going to make a hard play before that. But to Terry, what is the benefit of him signing early? There is zero. Wait the market out, see what happens. But he will not play this year without a contract, whether that means we traded him or he signs a contract here. And I think the likelihood of us trading him is like less than 5%. I think that's basically off the table. And I think the likelihood of him playing on only $3 million left on a rookie contract is 0.01. Like, I don't see him doing that at all. So right now I'm at like a 95% chance he signs a contract here because we want him. I think he likes it here. I don't think he's necessarily thrilled, but I don't think he hates it either. Obviously, he wants stability at the quarterback position, but we may have that now with Carson Wentz. I think that he will sign. It's just a matter of when, not if. Yeah, and I think that it makes complete sense for him to wait out this offseason until training camp, and then he can play the contract game of, hey, these guys got paid this. Now I want this. Yeah.
I wish I attacked that a little bit. Just know what's up, y'all. What's up, bro? What's going on? I'll talk about Dan. We kind of already talked about Dan, but we'll do it for you again in like 2 seconds.
You can give your thoughts on Dan. I gave my thoughts.
Dan's
if you want my thoughts again.
My thoughts. Dan's a goofy. He's a sick puppy, and I need him out my daggone organization. That is all. If he's here, he's here. I'm not gonna cry about it anymore. We're used to it. He's been the owner our whole natural lives.
Our whole fandom.
Our whole fandom.
Yeah. I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old when he bought the team. So yeah, or whatever it was, 6.
Yeah. Terry should go play with Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Sure. Take pictures of OTAs. Hey, let him live his best life. As long as he's fit and good to go, I don't care taking pictures. I don't care if he taking pictures with his wife. I don't care if he taking pictures hooping. I don't care. As long as he's in shape. Being unblocked, Texas, Terry should go to Houston, but that's just me. Oh my God. A complete unbiased Texans fan. I bet him and Brandon Cooks will be nasty together. I ain't gonna lie to you. I agree with fight for DC.
With
I
Davis Mills, you're gonna go from Taylor Heineke to Davis Mills. I like Davis Mills. I think Davis Mills is solid, but I don't think that he's like somebody that's worth leaving here for. I think Davis Mills is a good game manager quarterback.
Shoot. That's funny.
I wanted us to get Davis Mills. I wish we did draft Davis Mills last. Imagine if we drafted Davis Mills last year. We would have a solid quarterback going into this year. We wouldn't have to pay a quarterback $28 million. We wouldn't have to trade our third-round picks. Like we would actually have a decent quarterback on the roster right now that was a legit 6'4", 6'5". He's
240.
He has zero wiggle, but he's got some decent top-end speed. He kind of is like Daniel Jones in a sense. And I that would have been interesting, but that's a what if.
I've been cool with Long Neck, man. Long Neck has been throwing them bombs. Long Neck has been going crazy.
Is that what they call Davis Mills? Is Long Neck?
Long
the
neck.
giraffe.
He got long neck. All right, those for the draft. Draft.
Yeah.
I like Davis Mills. No different Davis Mills. Davis Mills is a solid NFL starter. I will give him his credit. After 1 year, he's done his thing. Good job, Davis Mills. At the end of the day, give me Chase Young for a whopping. Okay, so we're going to talk about Chase Young. He's just brought Chase Young.
Okay.
What do you think he's going to do this season? And what do you want him to do?
Obviously, I would want him to get that 15 sacks. That'd be great. And something else I would want is him to exclusively watch Dwight Freeney tape. I don't want him watching anybody else but Dwight Freeney because I want that dude to learn that spin move so bad that I think that would be, if he could learn that spin move, that would be what would take him to the next level.
He did it before, though. He actually did a spin move in his first sack. Remember that?
Wasn't it that he got hit? Wasn't he double team and he spun to split a double team?
Yeah, and got out both offensive line and got the Wentz.
Yeah. But that's not his bread and butter. Yeah, it's not what he typically does. But as far as what do I expect, I'm worried. I am worried that we did not get the generational talent that we wanted at pick number 2. This is before I made the YouTube channel, but I was telling my dad I wanted to trade out of that pick if possible because I thought Chase Young was going to be a good player, but I didn't think he was going to be worth the number 2 pick. And then obviously when we took him, I was hoping to be wrong about that. And it seemed like he showed some bright spots his rookie year. And you're like, okay, sweet, let's do this thing. But obviously he took a severe step back like most of the team did, or most of the defense did, I should say. And it's definitely something to be worried about. It is. You can't deny that. You can't take that away. And until he's now 2 years in, it's going to be his 3rd year, and he's now needs to prove that he's worth the 2nd pick overall going into his 3rd year, and double-digit sacks is the bare minimum, and hopefully he does better. I don't really care about the ACL tear, where in a day where ACL tears, people come back super quickly from those anyway, and you're supposed to be a freak of nature athlete like Adrian Peterson, like TJ Watt. If you're the number 2 pick, then you should be one of those kind of athletes. So you should be able to come back. And those guys obviously came off an ACL tear. It absolutely tore the league to pieces the next year. And so I don't have any reservations of having high expectations on him as far as a health standpoint. But what he showed me, that's what's more concerning to me.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. What I want him to do, I would love him to get 15 sacks like Nick Bosa did for an ACL tear. That would be a tear of all tears. But what I'm expecting from him, he's saying this, y'all. He's saying this. Don't get mad at me. Okay. He's not gonna have a sack and a half. It will never be that bad again. I will say that.
Granted, it should have been 2.5 sacks. They took away that sack from Matt Ryan with that high hit. That was so bogus. But even that was only a hustle sack. It's not like something super good. But anyway, a sack and a half.
He beat the tackle and threw him away. Go get him. God, he didn't do that. Yeah, he did. He did it one time last year against the Saints. Get on my way. Whoa.
Yeah.
He did it one time. So I expect Chase Young to have at least 8.5 sacks. I think the most he'll do is 10. I don't see more than 10. He's not Nick Bosa. I'm sorry. Commanders fan, I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me, bro. He's not Nick Bosa.
I remember when he was coming out, too. Yeah. I remember when he was coming out, and they were saying, oh, he's a better, like, he has more tools in his bag than Nick and Joey Bosa. And I remember thinking, I was like, that's stupid. No, he doesn't. Like, he's more of a, like, supposed to be more of a physical presence, not necessarily the more skilled as the Bosa brothers. Like, Bosa brothers are known for their extreme skill at the position. Not necessarily, like, they're also great athletes, but they're not necessarily known to be phenomenal athletes. They're more better at the skill. So I thought that was nuts. But yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, and another thing that people, when they say they were better than the Bosa, I'm like, the Bosas have a great hand usage. They have the best hand usage in football. Their hands are retarded. They would do get off me. Let's go get that ball, baby.
Yeah.
And it make it like it's so easy. They make it look easy. It's like, bruh, why can't all my pass rushers do this? Like they say, whoop, 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 whoop. It's like left 2, it's like L2, R2, cheat code.
L2, R2.
Offensive lineman, get off me. Discard you. Quarterback, boom. Like, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. If Chase had that kind of hand usage,
did you see Alex's question? Alexander,
yep, I did see his question. How many games did he play? That's a great question. I commented, I said great question. How many games does he play this year? I'll start with you, Tim. Go ahead, bro.
How many games does Chase Young play? I'm predicting he plays all 17. I don't have any reservations of him starting week 1. I think he should start by week 1. As I said, he is like Adrian Peterson tore it on Christmas Eve, and he came back and started week 1. You tore it in early November or late October, one of the two. I know he tore it against Tampa Bay. So when was the Tampa game? Tampa versus Washington.
Early November.
Was it early November? I think you're right.
Yeah.
Or mid-November, November 14th.
Yeah.
A full over a month before Adrian Peterson did. So you have a full month more than what Adrian Peterson had to come back. I feel as though if you are that kind of athlete, you should come back. And I think he'll play all 17 games. And if he doesn't play all 17 games, I mean, I will be okay if he misses like the first 2 weeks of the season because we don't play great competition. But by week 3, he needs to be back on the field helping us play. And so at minimum 15 games, I'll say, but I expect him to play all 17 games. Whatever the over-under is for him playing, I would take the over right now.
Man, just no say. At least I don't have Jeff Okuda. Oh, Lord. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I agree with that. I expect Chase Young to play 14 games this year. 14. I think he comes out week 4. I think he missed the first 3 weeks of the season. I heard I'm on the pup list before camp, so we'll see how that goes. But my team on the pup list right before the season starts. I think he missed the first 3 weeks of the season. I heard some complication with the injury or something. I think that was Pedro who brought it up. I'm not exactly sure. Rumors that Chase is still going to start the year on injured reserve. He's going to start training camp on the pup list, but we'll see what happens.
More than likely start training camp on the pup list.
Yep.
In November, the general recovery time for an ACL is at least 9 months, which would put him around August for a return to normalcy. Yeah, so the goal for the Commanders should be to have him ready for September 11th opener against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is nearly 3 months away. Yeah, that's over a month. So that would be over 10 months or just about 10 months since his injury, right? Because it's September, October, November. So that would be 10 months since his injury. I feel like he should be back by week 1. I mean, I'm not surprised that he's going to be on the PUP list to start training camp. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, but I feel as though 10 months away, they say the typical recovery time is 9 months. You're that kind of athlete. You're the number 2 overall pick. I think you should be back in at least 10 months. That's how I see it.
Apparently, Isaiah got a scoop. He said, no, the rumors that Chase is going to start the year on IR.
No, okay.
But IR, I mean, that's still 3 months away, though. I don't think he might start on the PUP. I don't see them put on because if you put him on IR before week 1, his season's done. He can't play this year.
No. IR is just a
no. It's a specific rule. Like if you put him on there before week 1,
yeah, he has to miss 6 weeks. I thought.
Yeah, that's the PUP list. He can come back for 6 weeks. If you put a player on IR after week 1, you could put him on short-term IR. If you put him on IR before week 1, they miss the whole year. They don't get to play. That's why some teams keep guys on the active roster to after week 1 and put them on short-term IR.
Huh, okay. Well, I don't.
I mean, I could.
You might be right. I don't know enough to.
Because I heard that from Louis too. I'm gonna double check that. Anyways,
okay, that's fine. I can even believe that. That's fine. But I expect him to be ready week 1. That's what I expect. Cam Akers came back from Achilles tear the same year. That's true. Fact. Like he tore it week 1 or preseason or whatever, and then came back the championship game, the NFC championship game. It's true. At this point, I feel as though I would be severely disappointed. I'm not surprised that they're taking it easy, putting him on the PUP list, not forcing him back. Like you're expecting him to be a professional and be ready to go on his own, which I guess you probably shouldn't expect that based on what happened last year. But that's what you're expecting. I'm expecting week 1. That's how I feel. That's where I'm at.
I would think so. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so yeah, if you
were correct.
If you put before week 1,
then it's the whole year.
Done, it's the whole year.
All right. Well, there you go.
If you do it after the week 1, you can put that Monday before week 1. If you do it after that, then you can put on short-term IR. They can cut it from 3 weeks. They cut it from 21 days.
Okay, so maybe that's what he's meaning, though.
Yeah, might be short-term IR. They might wait till the week of the Jaguars game,
which would be IR. Perfect for your prediction because then you said that he would miss
14 games.
Yeah, and then he would. So all right, then I'll admit it. I'll amend it to that since it's a 3-week IR. I agree. The worst case scenario is he comes back week 4, in my opinion. But I expect him week 1
to play week 1.
Yes.
Cam Akers came out the same year. It was late in the year, but he came back. So
yep.
What's up, Daniel? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? What's going, bro?
How's it going, Daniel?
Daniel, funny guy. They had me drinking Hennessy on stream before. I will never do it again. I'm not about that life again. Any questions you guys got for us in the comment section? Please comment your questions. I want more questions. I will try to bring up random topics and things of that nature. We're talking about Chase Young. But speaking of pass rushers, how do you think Montez Sweat going to look this year?
Montez Sweat. I mean, it was weird because like last year he wasn't asked to even rush that much. Like, he was more like the protected side of like he just made sure that because he did great against the run last year. So and he was a super high PFF grade, like a 90 PFF grade. So and I loved Montez Sweat. I wanted to draft him at pick 15 that year instead of Dwayne, and I was happy that we traded up and got him. I don't know. It's so weird. I'm in limbo, right? Because I expect these guys to perform, but I expected these guys to perform last year.
They didn't.
And they didn't. So I'm in a catch-22 because now I'm like, do I go pessimistic of like, well, they didn't show me anything last year, so they're not going to show me again. I don't want to do that. I expect both of these
Showed
guys.
a little something. It wasn't what he did in 20, but he showed you.
I mean, how many sacks
something.
did he have before he got hurt?
5.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that was out of what, 12 games?
He played the first 4. He played the first 8 games. Had 4 sacks. You know, he had COVID. I mean, he was out the jaw.
Yeah.
Came
So,
back,
all right, 4 sacks in 8 games. If 4 sacks in 8 games, let's just say it was that, right? That's only 8.5 sacks a year. Are we really happy with that out of a first-round pick?
I'm not happy about it.
Right?
Hell no, I'm not. Because Devin Chase I'm doing 1.5. But I'm not happy about it. Hell no.
So that's on average 8.5 for the season. That's not what we expect. I mean, these two were supposed to break the combo sack record last year.
They were talking.
And we got a combined 6.5 sacks.
Yeah.
Well, screw what they said. That's what most analysts said. Right? Like they were like, this defensive line, like Greenberg was saying that because of this defensive line, we're going to win the Super Bowl, even with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
They were smoking crack.
Exactly. Like, so there was a lot of people expecting. Like, most people were predicting us to win the NFC East.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we were the favorite last year. Yeah. I mean, people had high expectations because of this defensive line, and I have high expectations again. They should be. Now, we'll see what Jack Del Rio does with this team, or the defensive line coach. I always forget his name. What's his name again?
Steve Mills.
Yeah, Mills.
He's trash.
Yeah, like he should have been fired. Sam Mills. That's what it is. Sam Mills. He should be fired for the incompetence last year. It was unbelievable. But at the same time, it wasn't all the defensive line fault. I remember it like by week, saying this, hating on Sam Mills. There is stuff to hate on him because it seems like his guys came in just ill-prepared. But even that said, these guys are so talented. They still were like top 5 in pressures after 5 weeks or something like that. Not the whole season, but in the beginning of the year. But we just couldn't guard a soul, right? It was like they would never be on the same page, right? Like the secondary would play well. Well, the defensive line wouldn't get to the quarterback, right? Like the quarterback would be able to buy time and find somebody open, whether it was Josh Allen, whether it was Matt Ryan, whether it was whoever. And then on the flip side, though, like when we did get pressure, like I always think about that Buffalo game where Daron Payne has just a clear shot at Josh Allen, but Kendall Fuller just looks at his guy running by him and he allows the catch. And it's literally the ball was out in like 1.8 seconds. And Daron Payne was literally diving at Josh Allen. So they could never get on the same page. We need to get on the same page. We need to throw zone out of the whole playbook because of how poorly our guys play zone or how poorly they're coached. Obviously that's not going to happen, but I'm just saying like they were so bad at zone last year.
They're not good at man either. I don't understand why they.
Well, we don't really have man player. Like obviously Will Jackson is a man guy, but Kendall Fuller's not known as a shutdown corner. Whoever else is in the slot, I guess, other than Cameron Curl, but he usually is on a tight end or a running back. So we don't really have shut down dudes.
Benjamin St. Juice could play man to man.
Well, last year he was hurt a lot of the year, and he was a rookie.
When he played well in man though. When he did play.
What Benjamin St. Juice is awesome. I like Benjamin St. Juice. And then we also had Torrey McIntyre who played well until he tore his ACL in the Falcons game. And he was playing well at points. But Bobby McCain in there or who was it last year? We didn't have Jimmy Moreland last year, right? We had already cut him. Who was Danny Johnson? Danny Johnson. He's not a man-to-man shutdown guy, though. He's
not a man-to-man guy.
Yeah.
And then Landon was just getting toasted.
And Landon, he can't cover a soul. So there's that. It sucks. Over under Kindle 8 drops of interceptions. I take the over and double it.
Just kidding. Taking over. He's gonna drop a bunch of picks. Preseason record prediction. Like you're gonna play a bunch of backups. I don't really can give you a prediction.
Preseason record prediction? You can't predict that, dude. It's totally how many games we got? I think we got 3. It's
3. We're not winning the game.
It's totally 3-0. We're preseason warriors. We're winning them all just to lose the first 3 games of the year. That's how we do it.
No, we need to go 0-3 and win the first 3 games of the actual season. That'd be great. Pratik, who wins the Hall of Fame game? It is Jaguars, Raiders. Just give me the Raiders. I don't think.
Give me the Jags.
Okay, preseason Warriors.
Give me the Jags. Give me the Jags by 20.
Ooh, that'd be fun. What's up, Trayvon? How you doing, bro? Preseason be exciting than you think. Oh, it's gonna be fun. We're just not gonna win any games. I mean, that Panthers game gonna be fun. I'm going to that one at FedEx. That's gonna be fun. And I hope we run to Rio and Jay.
I'll probably go to that one too.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I know Rio.
As long as my aunts and uncles still have their season tickets, they usually don't go to the preseason games. I gotta mention that again. Typically, they'll let me have those tickets, and yeah, so I'll probably be at that one too. That'll be fun. Yeah,
because I know Rio, Jalen. I know my guy Parker from Sidelines, Washington. He's going to that preseason game. Juan, so it should be dope. I think all the content creators are going to go, so it's going to be pretty cool.
Well, maybe we could all meet up in a section, because who cares about seats in preseason?
Yeah, right? We'll all meet up and watch the game. Yeah, that'll be dope. Next year is House time. We'll see. Last year Patterson made it fun. Jared Patterson very fun. Y'all ended up in the preseason. The Jazz only win games when they matter. They beat other teams when it matters.
Yeah. Like, when it matters
for the other team.
Yeah.
They don't beat when it actually matters for them. I'm doing good. That's what I'm talking about, Trayvon. I'm happy to hear, bro. So, if you had your top 5 teams in the NFL right now, who would they be?
Interesting. The top 5 teams in the NFL right now. I'm throwing Buffalo in there.
Yep.
I'm still throwing Tampa in there. Not necessarily in any order right now either.
Disagree with that.
I would put Cincy in there. I'd put the Rams in there. And then the 5th team. I'm stuck between if I want to pick like one of the other or one of the AFC West teams because they're so loaded over there, or if I want to take Green Bay.
I'll take one of the other AFC West teams.
Okay, for that I'll take Green Bay. There's my top 5.
That's fine. My top 5 this will actually be in order. I'll take the Rams 1.
Bills, I didn't put it in any order, by the way. I just listed my
top. Yeah, I know. I'm putting them in order myself.
Okay.
Rams 1, Bills 2, Chargers 3. People are not talking about the Chargers. Number 4, I'll give the Bengals. I think that's fine. And number 5, I will say Tampa. So we my top 5 team.
No, I was definitely looking at the Chargers as well. They're obviously a stud team, but I mean, you can also you can look at any of those teams. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if any of those teams in the AFC West end in the top 5, which is why I'm just going to stay away because I don't know who's going to come out of the bloodbath. But literally, I mean, Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos, they had a solid defense as well. That's going to be awesome. Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes. Vegas just got their boy Devontae Adams, that connection with Carr again. And they also added some defensive pieces, right?
Yeah, they added Chandler Jones.
Oh, my gosh, Chandler Jones.
With Max Crosby.
That's
going to be a nasty duo.
Nasty. I love my boy Trayvon Merrick as well.
Trayvon Merrick.
But yeah, that offense is really,
they only
really
got
good.
Questions at corner. That's the only question they have on their team is cornerback. But the rest of the team is solid. So, I was actually on Live with a Raiders fan the other day. It's kind of cool on his channel.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay away from the AFC West, and I'm gonna take that list.
I'm taking the Chargers, man. That team got too much. The team is like dummy loaded. Jags, Lions, Bears. What? Why? What? Huh? Don't at me.
Yeah.
Come join my group. Hey, go join my man Facebook group. Dope stuff over there. Please do that. Appreciate that. That list is hot garbage juice. Oh my gosh. Rams, Chargers, Bills, Commanders, Denver.
All right, I'll order mine now. So my order, I'll take Buffalo, then Rams.
The Super Bowl championship always be won. Whoa, that's extra bowl. Like, whoa.
Well, it's arguably that the Bills could have been in the championship if it wasn't for Pat Mahomes' magic. So who knows?
That's
We
true.
could be talking about,
That's
I mean, Mahomes' magic was just insane. I mean, 13 seconds away from just ending the game.
Losing the game.
Yeah, right? So, it was just unbelievable. But no, they're still a super great team. They just got Von Miller, right? But so I'm going to take Bills 1, Rams 2, because obviously I think the Rams are still really, really good. I will take the Bengals 3, Bucks 4, Packers 5.
I don't disagree with that. Texans. That coin is out of that game. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. To be honest, only one NFC team should be named. People forget about Baltimore. Baltimore be 6 for me. They're outside the top 5.
I would not put Baltimore in my
top 5. They're
not even top 6.
10. Top 10.
Maybe at the bottom of the top 10. I like the Ravens, but I'd probably take the entire AFC West over the Ravens. So that automatically puts them at 10 at best.
God damn. He said the whole division.
Obviously,
give me a whole damn. Niners. No. Joe, stop it.
The Ravens aren't
one huge question.
Wait a minute. The Ravens aren't even the best team in their division. Bengals are.
Lamar back? I don't know. They could be. Nah, I gotta get the Cincy.
Who you taking? Lamar with no receivers or Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd, and then Joe Mixon in the backfield?
I'm gonna go with that offense, but Baltimore has a hell of a defense.
The Bengals defense ain't bad though.
It ain't too shabby.
With Trey Hendrickson,
it ain't Baltimore.
Von Bell, Jesse Bates, the great Eli Apple. Just kidding.
Stop this
Just kidding on
that.
Stop
it.
But you still have what? Sam Hubbard solid. Cam Sample coming off the bench. Joseph Asai coming off the bench in rotation.
Solid, yeah, that's true. They have a decent.
Obviously, their offense is the better, but they also added pieces to their offensive line to fix that. They added Ted Karras to the center. They got Alex Kappa from the Patriots. They got La'el Collins, and and then they obviously have, I think, arguably the best trio of receivers. Right? Is somebody else have a better trio with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd?
That's true. I give you that.
And then you throw in Joe Mixon on top of that.
I think the only trio that can compete with that is Adams, Renfro, and insert receiver for the Raiders. Because Renfro and Adams.
I mean, if you insert Waller, I can give you that.
Yeah, Waller.
But that's a tight end spot.
Receiver, yes.
But if we're just saying wide receiver, absolutely not. I'm taking Jamar Chase, T.
Higgins,
and Tyler Boyd.
No.
Over whoever. Like,
if they kept Brian Edwards, I would have put the Raiders over them.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bro. Jamar Chase at this point, even just after one season, is barely below Devontae Adams, if you want to say that. Jamar Chase was an absolute freak of nature last year. He was unstoppable.
Jefferson too, though. You gotta
Justin Jefferson is a different debate. If you want to talk about the Vikings, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and list third receiver, that's a better trio to me than the Raiders.
I'll argue that. That's fine. I'm the big Hunter guy. I'll let Hunter you said the Niners are a top 5 team. I can't see it. I don't see it.
Who's the top 5 team?
Then he's a Niners fan. He thinks Niners are a top 5 team.
Niners are not top 5. Niners are solid. Like,
they're a good team.
I would say top 15.
They definitely make the playoffs. I'll say that.
I think they're a top 15 team.
I think they're
solid. And we'll see if Trey Lance hits, then yeah, they could be a freaking top 5 team.
If Trey Lance is what
I can agree with top
gonna
5.
Be, then the Niners go to the Super Bowl. He said that, and I definitely don't disagree with that. But we don't know. We just don't know. Bengals have 1 year. Have you seen the Ravens defense? I said that. Have you seen the Ravens defense? if Trey can play as good as Jimmy win the Super Bowl.
Wait, hold on. They're talking about Bengals. Hold on. They're talking about Bengals only had 1 year. Yeah, because this was Joe Burrow's second season
in the league,
and it's Jamar Chase's first. And they just added Trey Hendrickson last year. And they have all these pieces back, and they still have T. Higgins. They still have Tyler Boyd. They still have Joe Mixon. They added to their offensive line. They have, the second best safety duo behind Poyer and Micah Hyde in Buffalo? Like the Bengals with Von Bell and Jesse Bates. That's probably the second best safety duo in the entire league. Then you also add Joseph Asai, Sam Hubbard, and Cam Sample and company like that on their defensive line. Like, their defense is obviously not their strength, but their defense is still solid, and that offense is top-notch when Joe Burrow is the quarterback. So, I like Baltimore, and I like John Harbaugh. I like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is arguably the best weapon in football, right? Like, he can do anything you ask him to, basically, almost, right? Like, I love Lamar Jackson, but I hate Roman, their offensive coordinator. He is just absolutely horrible for that team. And Lamar Jackson's just saving his job, basically. So it is what it is.
Okay. Still in that division last time I checked. They have Mitchell Trubisky as a starting quarterback.
I thought Watson did get suspended.
It's not official yet.
Oh.
Not official.
I thought I was hearing that it was official. If Watson plays, Browns are probably the best team in the NFL.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's not too much of a.
Well, they just have so much money and players this year.
It's talent and just
it's ridiculous. They got Amari Cooper. They got Nick Chubb. They got Kareem Hunt. They have a decent offensive line. Like, what was their left tackle's name? I can't think of off the top of my head. But they have a pretty good offensive line.
Yeah,
they have
Derrick Rose Jr. and Jack Conklin on the tackles.
I thought they had somebody else.
Palatonio at guard. They got a top 10 line for sure. It's these top 10.
Yeah. And then Wyatt Teller.
I think they're trying to get in the season. So
then you go to their defense. Myles Garrett. We'll see if Jadeveon Clowney does anything. Obviously, he's meh. JOK was a stud last year for them.
JOK was incredible.
Grant Tilbert and John Johnson's another great safety duo. Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, 2 first-round picks at corner for them. Like, yeah, if Deshaun Watson actually plays, they arguably need a second receiver. Is OBJ still well, he can't go back. Well, maybe he'll go back with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, if he doesn't get suspended.
Yeah, if Baker's there, he's not going back. But if Watson's there, he may go back.
Baker's going to be long gone by then.
Who's going to be long gone?
Baker will be long gone by then. And I don't see Baker on that roster week 1. He's going to be long gone by then.
Well, no, he's not. He's not going anywhere if Deshaun Watson gets suspended.
He's not going to play for them.
Yeah, he is. Where's he going to play?
He will sit on his ass. No, he's not playing for them.
He will play. He's got to play and earn a contract. Because where is he going to go?
They might say F it. They might say, look, bro, we're going to play Jacoby Brissett. F it, bro.
Where is he going to go?
Maybe Seattle?
No, maybe they're not Carolina? Going Seattle. They would have made that move already. If Seattle was going to make the move, they would have made the move already.
I think the holdup is they want the Browns to play majority of that salary, and the Browns are just bullish on not doing it. If they paid $14 million, that $19 million, he would have been traded by now. But they don't want to do it. Understandably so. I don't want to kick out no money to trade this man away. But
no, they're not doing that. They just drafted who was it? Who did they draft? Didn't they draft a quarterback?
Who, Seattle?
Yeah. And they have Drew Lock, but I thought they drafted a quarterback as well.
I don't think they did. No, they did not. It was him. It's him, Geno Smith, and Jacob Eason.
Oh, okay.
The Titans drafted Malik Willis. It wasn't the Seahawks.
I knew it wasn't the Seahawks, but I was also starting to think Matt Corral, but I know he went to the Panthers. I started going down the list, and then, but I thought that was it. But anyway, but no, they're not. I think they're going to give the keys to Drew Lock. I really do. And for 1 year, and they're going to see what happens.
That's too risky. I'm sorry. I didn't go trade for Baker. But what is our most controversial hot take? Ooh.
Do you have a good one?
That's a good question.
My most controversial hot take. Oh, well, my most controversial hot take, straight up, is that Drew Lock is I think, a great talent at quarterback, and that he just needs to give it a chance. That's my that's been my hot take for
that
2 years.
Hot take.
For a long time. Like, I am a huge Drew Lock fan, and I just want somebody to give him an opportunity. And I hope it's Seattle, and I hope because they also drafted Cross. That's who they drafted, right?
Okay.
Charles Cross, the tackle.
Yeah, tackle.
Yeah. In the first round, and so maybe give Drew Lock a little bit of protection. He's got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. He also brought over Noah Fant with him. I think that Drew Lock can be a top 5 quarterback in this league.
Ooh,
can be. Obviously not now, but can be. I love some Drew Lock, and that's not a lot. I see just okay. Tim, stop.
I don't love as much as you do, but I like Drew Lock. I'll give you that.
You don't like Drew Lock. Stop it.
I don't hate Drew Lock at all. I want to draft him at 15. I did back in 19. Seriously.
No, I wanted to draft him. I wanted to trade him at 15. I wanted to trade him. I wanted to draft him in the second round. I wanted Montez Sweat at 15.
Okay, that's same difference.
But I wouldn't have been mad if we got Drew Lock at 15. But I would have rather take Montez Sweat at 15 and then got Drew Lock in the second.
Okay. I played this. I was the anyone but Dwayne train. That's what I was on. Okay, I wanted Drew Lock.
I'm with you
Yeah, that's how I felt back in 19. You can go back in the archives. I actually had videos about me reacting to us drafting Dwayne. But another topic for another day. Let's get to my controversial hot take. In mine, this was gonna piss people off.
Okay.
This is gonna piss people off.
Sam Darnold over Drew Lock? Stop it. Stop your nonsense.
Hell no. Stop what y'all doing. You went too far. Y'all went too damn far with the
All right, what's your controversial hot take? Sorry to interrupt.
I guess I got 2 of them.
Okay.
The Cowboys are overrated, and the Cowboys are a 8-win team this year.
Okay.
And my second one is that Carson Wentz will be a top 10 quarterback when the season is done.
You went homer on us. You went homer.
Yep. Carson Wentz will be a top 10 quarterback when the season is finished.
That's funny. You went homer on us.
That's fine. I don't
hate
care.
You a little bit for it.
I mean, ding me for it. I don't care. That's fine. I don't care. All right, so back to the Niners question. So you say, what? It was one game from the Super Bowl, and we added a corner. I'm going to ask you this. So I'm going to where do you rank the Niners in NFC? Honestly.
In the NFC, where do I rank the Niners?
Yes.
In the NFC. So, okay, let me just go with teams that are obviously better.
Rams, Bucks.
Where I would put better. I would put I would put Bucks. I'd put Rams.
Put the Packers are better? I don't.
I do. I think it was the right situation for the Niners last year. I know they beat them.
Yeah.
But I would say so. I guess I would put them probably 4th.
I got them
if I want to be nice.
I got them behind the Rams and Bucks. I got them 3rd. You can maybe say the Packers, but they did lose Devontae Adams, so it's kind of like
That's true. That's true.
I put the Niners at 3rd. So I think the Niners are dark horse Super Bowl contenders. But to say we're going to just make the Super Bowl could win the NFC Championship game last year, that's an assumption. Ask Packers fans. They lost 4 NFC Championship games in the past 5 years. Ask them. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, obviously losing Devontae Adams is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. But they drafted Christian Watson, who has the potential to be a stud. They still have a nice offensive line. They still have Aaron Rodgers. And then defensively, a nice safety duo again with Savage and Amos. Jair Alexander's coming back. Wasn't he hurt last year? So yes. They're going to get him back from last season. Eric Stokes, a first-round pick from Georgia. They still have Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith as their outside linebackers, which is not top-notch, but still solid.
Them losers are dead.
They got Devondre Campbell back. Quay Walker, one of their first-round picks. Who was the other first-round pick they had? They drafted 2 Georgia guys, right? And they were freaking out about it.
Quay Walker.
Wyatt. Devontae Wyatt.
Devontae Wyatt. Yeah. He's solid too. But they don't have a number one pass rusher. That worries me.
Like a true
Prescott
pass rusher.
Prescott Smith is no number one pass rusher. They lost Darius Smith. So
yeah, I guess their best one would be Rashawn Gary right now.
Yeah, and that's.
But they still have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and that weighs a lot.
That weighs a lot. That does. I don't disagree.
And that's the thing is like
they'll make
the Niners. The Niners can climb up the board
quickly
if Trey Lance hits.
Yeah. George Pickens is going to be a top 10 receiver suspended by week 6. Wow. Well, why? Pickens going to Seattle, Carolina. Let's get other questions. Why do y'all have Bucks over us? We match well with them. Okay. They have a better quarterback. Their wide receivers are just as good as y'all's or even better. I give y'all tight end.
Oh, they're better.
I give you tight end.
Oh, yeah. With no Gronk, that does suck.
Yeah.
And I would still give them tight end even with Gronk. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I'd give it either way because Kittle's
is
dog.
Is an absolute stud.
I'll give them.
But they still have a tremendous offensive line.
Yeah, I'll give Niners.
Leonard Fournette, as far as a talent, is an absolute extreme talent at running back, and they have him at number 1. He's also going to be a great fantasy option. I would love to get him, but they just added Akeem Hicks. I know he's older now. How old is Akeem Hicks? 32, but still was an absolute stud at run stuffing. Now you got Hicks and Vita Vea. That's awesome. They got Joe Tyron Shoyinka. That's who they drafted in the first round this year, right? They still have Shaq Barrett. Yeah. They have probably the best linebacker duo in the league, right? With Devin White and Levante David.
Yes.
They still are struggling at the corner spot with Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis. But I like it. Winfield Jr. and they just added Logan Ryan. He was on the Giants last year, right?
Yeah. Logan Ryan is definitely still a solid player.
And then they have the GOAT, Tom Brady, which is the best leader in sports, not only a great quarterback, and he's got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin still, who I think is an awesome duo. Probably like just scratching the top 10 as far as duos are concerned. I'm not trying to overrate them, but I think that they're
picked up Russell Gage too. Picked up Russell Gage.
Russell Gage is a solid third. They still have Scotty Miller, who's always been a nice slot receiver for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
and Cameron Brate's still a solid option at tight end, even though he's no Gronk, but he's still solid. So
yeah, Brate. There's nothing wrong with Cameron Brate as your tight end 1.
I just give the Bucks the edge over the Niners because they don't have an unknown at quarterback. We don't know what Trey Lance is at 2 games. I don't care what no one says. We don't know who Trey Lance is. We don't know. We just don't know. I'm not saying Trey Lance sucks. I'm not saying Trey Lance is trash. I'm not saying none of that. We just don't know.
The second best second best team in the NFC is the Saints. The problem is the quarterback.
They're the 4th best team. I think they're the 4th best team to me.
I like the Saints roster overall.
A-Rod's overrated.
But they did just get a new coach. So I don't know where that's going to put them.
It's hilarious to me this second. Michael Thomas. He's a question mark too. What is can't guard Mike still can't guard Mike? He ain't playing 2 years. Chris Olave. I love Chris Olave. I like Juice. Marquez Callaway's cool. And Kamara's gone for 6 games. He's getting suspended. Let's put that out there. His ass is gone. 6 weeks. Not playing for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean the Saints can be. I think the Saints could be the 5th best team in the division or in the conference.
4th, 5th best team in the conference. I can see that. And I think they'll be a little lower because they won't have Kamara for 6 weeks. He won't beat up people in the club. So
who are you putting over them? The Vikings?
Yes. I said it. Yes.
So Vikings round out your top 5?
Yes. No, the Saints will be 5th. And then the Vikings will be 4th. So they're my 5th best team.
So you don't have Packers in your top 5?
No, I don't. We're gonna see who the real Aaron Rodgers is, right? We're gonna see who the real Aaron Rodgers is. We're gonna find out. Ain't no 17 to throw the ball to now.
So Aaron Rodgers needs Devontae to be good?
No, he needs a legit number 1 receiver in general. That's what I'm saying. Because he always had one. Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams. He's always had a one. This is the first time he would not have a one in a long time. We'll see.
What year was it that Adams got hurt?
That might have been 18.
Was it 18? Was it that long ago already?
Yeah, he was severely hurt for a while. Yeah, I think it was 18. He was 17 or 18. No, it couldn't.
18 he played.
I don't want no parts of the Saints. Good luck. Chris Godwin is hurt, and we're going to beat them. I'm not saying y'all can't beat them. I just think they're a better team than y'all right now. Of course, y'all can beat them in a one-game scenario, but they're going to probably have a better record than y'all. They're going to probably have home field when they play y'all. Home field over you guys, anyway. Have Saints my fifth best team right now. I got to see how James will without Sean Payton. They could be higher, but I have to see it first. Can't disagree with that. They're not the second best team. Stop the bullshit. Damn me, Carson. Stop that. Top 3 NFC teams are packed.
Saints are too easy. So Saints, he just has
the Rams right up there. Hey, stop what y'all doing, bro. Stop.
Well, he has Rams at 1.
No. I'm saying what Alexander said. He said Bucks, Pack, Niners.
Bucks are trash. Okay, whatever, you troll. He just loves to troll. Bucks are trash.
Bucks are trash.
Yeah, totally trash.
When Bray brought over 5,000 yards, I don't hear nothing from y'all, bro.
Yeah, but Bucks are just so bad.
The Vikings are all right, but it's time for me to go to sleep. Yeah, go to sleep, bro. Take a nap. Take a nap for work. Protect drink something. I'm not drinking no liquor on the screen, bro. You better stop what y'all doing.
Bucks are terrible, dude. Yeah, hey, let me say it again. Bucks are trash. Bucks are trash. Okay. No, Protect, you're not listening. The Bucks are horrible. Okay.
I'm dead. Y'all funny as hell.
Bucks are terrible. They've only won one Super Bowl in the last 2 years. Okay. You know, they only won 13 games last year. That's it. Are you kidding? Like, dude, only 13 games, and you want to talk about you're good? Protect. Why are you standing for these garbage Buccaneers? Like, why are you even here right now? Right? Like, you know, they only lost to the Super Bowl champion, the Rams. I mean, good night. They're just absolutely horrific. Like, why are we even talking about? Like, they're literally like there's 16 teams in a conference. They're like 27. Like, what are we doing here?
Oh shoot! Stop!
13-4 record, awful. Super Bowl champions, awful.
Please stop! Oh my god,
they're terrible, dude. They're trash. Trash.
He said Watson, but A-Rod don't like rookies. He don't. I definitely agree with that. Bucks in us 1-16. Oh, stupid.
Wait, hold on. When's the last time he had a rookie though, like Watson? A 6'5" running a sub 4.4? Devontae Adams is not 6'5" running a sub 4.4.
But he was.
He's barely 6'1" on a good day.
He's a dog, though.
He's a dog. That's fine.
I mean, with the stature. I mean, MVS was a rookie at one point. 6'5", running 4.40.
But he's not the complete package that Christian Watson is. Like, where was MVS drafted?
But he does have a bad history with rookies, though. Like he does have a bad history. Amari Rogers did nothing last year. The year before that,
he was a fifth. MVS was a fifth-round pick, even though he was 6'4", 206 pounds. What did he run?
MVS, who's a fifth rounder. Yeah,
it ran a 4.37. Like, this is not like some premier player out of SFU. Yeah.
All right. Amari Rogers is a third-round pick, and he caught 4 passes last year.
Did he even play?
Jordy Nelson caught 400 yards for passes his rookie season. Devontae Adams
how many snaps did Amari Rogers play last year?
Not a lot.
So, how are you going to get the ball if you're not even allowed on the field? That's not Aaron Rodgers' fault.
I'm not saying it's all Aaron's fault. I'm just saying, like, he he didn't get a chance to get targeted. Like there was times he was open, he didn't throw the ball. That's what I'm saying too. Like it was times when Amari was open.
Yes, exactly. Red Wings. Brady only threw 5,000 yards and 43 touchdowns. Mediocre at best. At best.
Y'all funny as hell. What is he saying, Donald? Y'all stupid.
Zero context. What more context do you need? What the fudge nuggets? Like, good. If the Washington Commanders won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, doesn't matter the context. If the Washington Commanders won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, went 13-4 last year, are we really talking about the Commanders are trash?
No. Actually, hell no.
Actually, and what planet is a team that won the Super Bowl, then the next year went 13-4 and lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions? Like, how is it? Like, yeah, it's just nonsense. You're just such a troll these days. You're just such a troll.
He's more like Drew Lock. Y'all some trolls in this chat, bro. Y'all stupid. Should have went back to back. Mediocre. Y'all stupid.
Yeah, mediocre.
Oh my God. We'll take 2 more questions. We'll get up out of here, man. But this is hilarious. Y'all are some funny people in this chat, bro. Y'all are funny as hell. Oh my gosh almighty.
Please provide the context, you troll. Please provide the context.
Nothing new. He said, please provide the context, you troll.
Provide the context. That makes the Buccaneers trash. That you need to convince 3 people. That's it. Just convince 3 people that the Buccaneers are trash. Okay, put your context, and I want 3 people.
8 billion people on the planet.
That's it. That's all you need is to convince 3 people, and they're not allowed to be Saints fans.
Oh no, Bush. Yeah, I make it too easy.
Anyway, all right, we good?
Oh yeah, let's take 2 more questions. All right, real talk. What do y'all see this wide receiver room ranking in the NFC? Or what, the Commanders wide receiver room?
Where do I see this wide receiver room?
Woo-wee!
Well, we're behind Minnesota.
Hell yeah. Behind the Rams, too.
Behind the Rams.
Are we behind the Eagles? I got for the Eagles.
Probably.
Yeah, I got
right.
Eagles too. Yeah.
Because Devontae Smith had a good year, and they just got AJ Brown.
Yeah, Quez Walkers ain't half bad, and Reagor's trash, but whatever. Reagor's trash. I'm going to stick with that for the rest of my life. It's trash. So Eagles, Rams, Vikings. We're better than the Giants wide receiver room. I think.
Oh, Tampa.
So it's Tampa. They're better than us too. Saints. They got a question about Michael Thomas. I'll put over the Saints for right now. So I don't know what the hell Michael.
No, Thomas. I mean, I would assume Michael Thomas. I'll give them the edge. They have Landry, and they just got Olave. So you have Saints. So
they got Deontay Harris too, which is not bad.
So what am I putting in a sense? 6 right now behind the Vikings.
Yep.
Eagles, Saints,
Rams,
Bucks, Rams.
Bucks. Yeah.
Oh, and then I would put us behind the Cardinals if Hopkins was playing.
Yeah.
With Hopkins, Marquise Brown, AJ Green, and then Rondell Moore.
Behind the Niners.
Are we really behind the Niners? I guess. Because I mean,
it's close though.
Really?
It's close to think it is. Because Ayuk is better than Curtis Samuel to me right now. Ayuk's better than Samuel. And
I would take our receiving room over the Niners. I really would.
I don't know, man.
I like Debo, but I'm taking Terry over Debo. I mean, even if you want to say Ayuk over Curtis, I'm taking Jahan Dotson over Juwan Jennings and De'Ami Brown over anybody else on their list.
Okay, that's fine. So we're 7th. We're 6th.
I think 6. I think I rank us around 6 as far as a wide receiver room.
You said if Hopkins was was playing, you'll put us at 7. I'm gonna say 7 because he's gonna eventually play. He's gonna eventually play. So I'm gonna say 7. Say 7.
Correct.
7. And I think the Niners are right behind us or right in front. I don't know. I might put the Niners over us. I ain't gonna hold you. Seahawks, even though they don't have a quarterback. No offense to Drew Lock.
Oh, Seahawks.
Seattle.
Yeah.
DK, Tyler. They have nothing behind them though. Oh, Dwayne Elkridge too. Yeah. To we're 9th. Because I'll put the Niners over us. I got us the 9th, bro.
I mean, middle of the road. I don't know. So you could probably put us
for 9th.
Right,
8th for 9th. I'm
right in the 8th spot. Obviously, until you see Jahan actually play, Terry's an absolute stud. Curtis, you don't know what's going to happen here because I am definitely. I hate the fact that we're still babying him so long after this groin injury. Like, what in the world are you doing?
Woo! Damn, we got another point. Oh shit, that's a good point. Damn.
I mean, we'll see with Jameson Williams. We don't know what his health status is going to be.
Like, stay healthy. Yeah, yeah, it's a good point. It's worth mentioning, but no. I'm gone. You're mad bucket. We literally said all the question marks that we have. I'll never log on to this again. That's how you feel, Joe? Damn, bro. That hurt my feelings. Oh, I thought it was bros, man.
I mean, but he's under the assumption that Debo is better than
Terry.
And if you're under that assumption, then yeah, San Francisco is clearly better. But I don't believe that, and I believe Terry is the better receiver out of the two. I just think that Shanahan is a awesome coordinator.
That's why I put him over us too, because we have a better play caller too. So, yeah.
No. But we're just talking about wide receiver core. We're not talking about
talent. Yeah.
That's all we're talking about. We're not putting it all. But and so obviously Debo had an incredible year, but is Debo having back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 7 different starting quarterbacks?
No.
And no true number 2 receiver?
I doubt it.
I just disagree. I just don't think so. So I think Terry's over Debo, Brandon Ayuk over Curtis, and then I'm putting Jahan Dotson over Jawan Jennings.
And that's the reason I will put the Niners over the Commanders is because I don't know what Jahan is yet. He's an unknown. So
what the world is Jawan Jennings?
Any proven talent over any unknown. That's just me though. That's just how I feel.
What is Jawan Jennings?
He's solid. He's a solid 3. He's nothing special, but he's solid 3. I'll look at statistics for now.
When ESPN starts talking in your ear. Jawan Jennings. What in the world did he do last year? 24 catches, 282 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
That's it? Oh, I thought he did more than that.
It's like,
yeah,
it's not exciting as a number 3. Like, are we really expecting Jahan Dotson to have less than that?
No. Okay.
Or even comparable to that?
I'll give it to you.
It comes down to, do you think that Debo is better than Terry or not? If you think that Debo's better than Terry, then that's fine.
Eli Apple locks them all up anyway. You funny as hell. Oh, that's the last one. Jawan is better than your third wide receiver. If our third wide receiver is Jahan Dotson, I think he's going to do better than.
Well, actually, truthfully, our third receiver is going to be Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, if it's Curtis, then it's a wrap. It's right.
Jahan's going to be our number 2. That's just how we're going to play him. So it's stop making excuses. All right, whatever, dude. Whatever. Like, if you don't want to, like,
this is the true test then. Okay. Both receivers have competent quarterback play. Both of them. Terry has Wentz, and Debo has either Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance. Okay. At the end of this season, we'll see who's better. We won't judge it right now. I'll give it a wash. I'll just simplify. I'm
not trying to say Debo's bad. Like Joseph, he was making plays in the play. Okay, good. Debo Samuel is a great wide receiver. Like, it's not, me saying that I think Terry's better is not a knock on Debo and saying that Debo is not a good receiver. I think that highly of Terry McLaurin.
Yeah. So I'll play this. Here's how just pure wide receiver.
Oh, you're talking about Jawan Jennings.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Making plays in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, he made plays in the postseason. He's on Jawan Jennings. He wasn't talking about Debo. He's talking about Jawan Jennings.
Yeah.
He thinks he's better than Jahan.
All right, here's his playoff numbers. Seriously. This is his playoffs numbers. In 3 games, 6 catches, 43 yards.
But one of those games, neither offense did anything either, too, though.
His best game was 3 catches, 29 yards.
Ooh.
These are the plays in the playoffs? His second best game was 2 catches, 8 yards. His third best game was 1 catch, 6 yards. What are we talking about here? Jawan Jennings making plays in the playoffs.
Jimmy not good. He's average. Okay, and Terry hasn't had that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he actually has a competent quarterback. If you think Taylor Heineke is competent, you're insane.
Sounds top 10 to me.
If you think that Alex Smith on one leg is competent, you're insane. That's all we're saying. Like, at least Jimmy is competent. For crying out loud, he's competent. Sheesh.
1 catch, 8 yards, making plays.
Yeah, 1 catch, 8 yards. I'm cutting this off. Terry versus Debo discussion.
His whole playoff stat line, for all 3 games, is not even a good game.
9 better. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Those 8 yards mattered.
Y'all funny as hell. And we won. Okay, but y'all won off the back of Debo. Debo. If you want to say Debo is a better, that's not everything.
That's my point. That's why I think Terry's better. But all you're going to point to is that Debo has better stats.
Damn. That's a good point. Damn. But I will say this, though. If you want to say that Debo's a better weapon, like a better versatile weapon, fine. If you want to say he's a better wide receiver, just a wide receiver, running routes, catching passes, and all, no.
Thanks for the
Thanks
for the comments, Joseph. I appreciate you, and that's okay if you want to put the Niners receivers over ours. I know that you think, and a lot of people think Debo is better than Terry, and that's fine. I just disagree, but I think it's an argument or a debate that can be had and hashed out. Like, I don't think it's crazy.
His slant route for 8 yards was the best of all time.
Yeah,
he did all that in 3 games. You can get that in a half. Dude got like 5 snaps a game. Damn.
He was making plays though.
Those were Super Bowls. Those 8 yards mattered. Y'all stupid, and we won.
All right, you know what? Here, I'll be a little bit more fair to Joseph, and here's Joseph. Okay, I'll be more fair. This was technically not in the playoffs, but it was still a really good game. It was the game before the playoffs, so I am actually being fair. It was the last game against a very important game, a win and you're in. It was basically playoffs for the Niners. He had 6 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's actually a really good game. And I'll respect that game. And it was an important game. He stepped up against the Rams, a good defense. So awesome. But it's one game. That's the list of a really good game. You know, okay. But it was a good game and it was an important game. But hey, there it is.
About stats.
What does Terry do that's elite? He was the number 1 by double in contested catches because he had a horrible quarterback that couldn't get it over the corners. He was number 1 by, like, look at contested catch numbers. He dang near doubled the second best dude, like Mike Williams or whoever it was. Like, this dude has tremendous hands. He also has elite speed at 4.35 speed. He's elite speed. He's got elite toughness. He's a super tough wide receiver. He's not afraid to get down and dirty. He'll try to bust through tackles. He's not going to make you miss, but he'll run through tackles. There's plenty that he can do that is elite as far as Terry. Absolutely. So that was my argument there. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, Protech.
Get your issue on my brother. I'm trying to see if he. I know you led the league in contested catches.
Yeah, can we find that stat? Most contested catches NFL 2021.
He says statistics. Overall, we can look up those guys both of their statistics. If you want to say statistics, and say it's not close.
What's not close?
Between him and Terry.
Why it says
as a pure wide receiver, you're not counting rushing numbers. Debo has 167 catches for a career for 2,598 yards, 15.6 yards per catch, and 10 touchdowns. I'm not counting rushing because I'm not. It is about playing wide receiver. So we're going to talk about statistics. That's fine. That's cool. Terry has 222 catches, so he has 60 more than Debo. I know Debo been hurt. I understand that. That's fine. 3,000. I'm not making up, bro.
Mclaurin had 21 contested catches on the season, the most in the NFL, and 8 more than the next closest pass catcher in Adam Thielen.
Tim, he said we making. Tim, he said we making shit up. Do me a favor. Send me that link, and I'll share the screen, and he can see it for himself. Because we're not making shit up. Why would I make shit up?
Here, I'll share the link in the. Oh wait, I can't. So yeah, I'll send it to you on Discord.
You send me on Discord, and I'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and pull it up. What website are you on?
It's NBC Sports. I sent it to you, but NBC Sports Washington or NBCSports.com, and this was written November 22nd, 2021. So there was more of the season left. But at this point, he had 21 contested catches, 8 more than the closest next pass catcher at Adam Thielen. And that was only on November 22nd, which would be what, week 11? So he had more time after that. But 21 to 13. So 13 times 2 is 26. So it's not quite double, but it's almost double on the season. And that's not where he ended. Like, why can't I find this stat here? Terry McLaurin contested catches. Contested catch rate. It's so annoying. Like, it says who has the most contested catches in the NFL, and they just go straight to receptions. It's so annoying.
McLaurin had 21 contested catches on the season. That's 8 more than the next pass catcher, Adam Thielen. And that was in November 2021. Bro,
yeah, it was November 22nd.
Not better than DJ Moore? Okay. All right. So I made a video about this. So it's close. I'm not saying that DJ Moore is nowhere close to Terry. Terry is slightly better than DJ Moore. Period. DJ Moore had 1 competent quarterback. Terry had 0. That's the difference. That's the difference. I'm not saying, and I'm not literally saying that what's his face is PFF had, okay. Since matter of fact, I'm going to screenshot this. I'm going to email it to myself. Because we're gonna end this now. We're gonna end this now, bro. Because I'm Joe, my bro, and that's my guy. And I'm not trying to do the most, but you gotta put some respect on my man name, bro. It's time to put some respect on my man name, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It's time to put respect on bro name. Like, this is getting ridiculous now. It's gotten too daggone ridiculous. Kind of had enough of it.
It's annoying that I can't find this number.
25 contested catches last year.
Who?
The first NFL.
Terry, where'd you get that?
Jerry screenshot the pin on PFF. And I'm going to
Okay, and then who was? Can somebody find out who was number 2, and how many they had?
I can check that in a second. Let me check that in 1 second.
No, I'm talking about the toughness BS. Like
he is a tough guy.
He was literally known. He was literally known coming out of the draft for special teams because he was a gunner that produced toughness on special teams. Like, we drafted him to be a special teamer, and he turned in to one of the better receivers in the league. Like, this is what he's known for.
Exactly.
You can never find any of the stats that you want. It's so annoying, isn't it? But it is what it is. But I'm not going to convince you, Joe, that Terry is better than Debo, because you obviously, you're a Debo fan, which is fine. Debo's legit. I'm not trying to take away from Debo. I like Debo a lot, and I think he's an absolute stud. He had an incredible year, 1,800 total yards and 15 touchdowns or something crazy like that.
Overall weapon.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's an awesome weapon. I'm really not even trying to hate on Debo at all. I like Terry more, is all I'm saying.
He catches the ball. He contested catches. He just said it.
And he has elite speed. He ran a 4.35. He's got legit elite speed in the league. But it is what it is. Jumped 6 feet in the air, landed on his neck, and played the next game. Yeah, toughness. There you go. There you go.
Well, you'll see it firsthand in Week 16. That's all I'll say. You play the Niners this year, you'll see it firsthand.
Mean traits? What does mean? Oh, speed was 1?
Meaning traits. Speed was 1. Okay, so he's asking for elite traits.
All right, then what elite traits does Debo have? Right? Like, what is Debo's elite traits?
What are they?
Debo ran a 4.48 40 at the combine. A full 0.13 seconds slower. Like, Debo's also only 6 foot, right? Like, Debo's not a super tall receiver, right?
No.
He is. No. Yeah, he's 6 foot. Like, what does Debo have that's elite as far as traits?
So I'm gonna share my screen with y'all.
I don't think Terry's better than Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is an incredible receiver.
Well, no, he's not better than Keenan Allen. No.
He's an incredible receiver.
Catches last season, first in the NFL at Commanders. So that is an elite trait, sir.
Yeah.
Catching contested passes.
He's got elite toughness. I don't know what to tell you. He's an extremely tough wide receiver. I
don't think Terry's better than Keenan Allen. That's fine. I don't think he is either. That's completely fine.
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, because Keenan Allen is an elite route runner. That's what he does. But
he breaks people
Terry's faster. Terry's got just as good as hands with the contested catches numbers. He can do anything with his hands.
He won't do shit against us. Okay.
All right, we'll see. Anyway, all right, Protec, I'm going to get out of here. It was fun.
All right, man. So we're going to end the stream here, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys take it easy. I appreciate all the questions and everything else. You guys be easy. And I have a great one. Shout out to Joe for the last debate. That was fun.
Yes,
it was we'll good. See what.
Thank you, Joe.
We'll see if Debo's on the field in number 2. We're going to see if they shut down Terry Mclaurin Week 16. we'll find out the hard way. But until then, y'all be easy. Y'all subscribe to Tim if you have not done so. Roll to 4K for Tim on the way. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
See
you.